Gentlemen, as everybody probably knows me, my name is Thor. If you don't know me, my name is Ryan Thor. People friendly refer to me as just Thor. This is my good friend Dave. He's going to be my victim here to kind of show you a little bit about foam rolling and stretching in particular. Okay? So, first thing when you're foam rolling is if you're a beginner, you may indeed want to use this. This is it's called a high density foam roller, but it's actually a little bit squishy. Okay, this one's been cut in half just for storage purposes, but normally they'll come about twice as long. You don't need one that long. This one is my particular favorite for a couple reasons. One, it's hollow, so when you take this, you can pack stuff in it, and you can pack it in your bags very easily so that you can take it everywhere you go, because you should be foam rolling every single day. However, this is also a much sturdier one called a Grid X. This is the most firm one that Trigger Point makes. So if you're just starting, you may start out with something small, or softer I should say, and then you're going to work up to something a little bit more brutal. Okay? So Dave is going to put this underneath of his neck, and we're going to get started. The first thing we're going to start with is our upper back neck area. Okay? Alright. Now, when we're doing our upper back, the first thing we're going to want to do is I'm going to want to get his arms in the proper position. So he's going to slowly bring his arms up over his chest, keeping his thumbs close together. Tight muscles are going to try to bring your arms apart. We're going to keep them together, thumbs close together, but don't push them together because I don't want your hands using each other as a crutch. Alright, so he's going to take a deep breath. There's a lot of breathing involved in foam rolling. So he's going to breathe out as he brings his hands all the way back up behind him. Right. Now he's going to take another huge deep breath as he slowly rolls himself up onto the foam roller. That's it. Good. And he's going to drop his head all the way down too. Right now his head is on the foam roller. Good. Arms are all the way back. Now that he has his arms all the way back, his head is supported by the roller. Don't let your head hang in midair. Okay? We want to support your head. So at this point, he brings his head down. We're going to slowly drop his hips down. Good. This is going to put a lot of pressure right here in your lat area and in your chest. The other thing I'm going to have him do is interlace his fingers backwards. Good. All right. Now deep breaths. Trying to keep your head on the ground while you slowly lower your hips. If you're lowering your hips and your head's coming off the ground, stop with the hips and keep your head on the ground. Very important. Good. Now he needs to breathe. His face is turning really red. Good. And he's going to keep relaxing those arms down. That's great. That's a good first position. And some people are going to stop right here and just work on this. I'm going to have him move forward a little bit because we've done this together a few times. So he's going to take a deep breath. He's going to start rolling back slowly. Good. Now right here, you see his head came up. I'm going to tell him to breathe out. Put your head back down. Good. He just took a nice deep breath. Put his head back down. Again, I don't want you holding your head up. Okay, you'll strain your neck, and then you're going to tell me you have a neck problem. Okay. So now he's still relaxing his hands. Every now and then, I want you to alternate the interlacing of your fingers. Okay? There you go. Simply going from here to here. Okay? We want to put equal pressure on both sides. Symmetry. So we're balancing it out. Every now and then we'll switch it up. Good. Now he's about halfway down his back as far as we're going. We're only going to the lower lumbar area. So he's going to take a huge deep breath. He's going to push back even a little bit more. Good. So you notice what he does. He picks his head up. He rolls back. And then he sets his head down. He's going to take another deep breath, stretch out those arms as far as those arms will possibly go. Good. Stop right there. You want to stop right in the upper back area where we tend to slouch. They call this your apex, where you slouch. So we want that roller right about here as we're stretching. Okay, we're going to stop right on that apex. Let him rest. His hips are down. His head is down. That's really nice. A lot of times when you're first starting, you will not be able to keep your hips down. You'll have to keep them in the air, and that's fine. We'll work past that eventually. So now he's going to roll down just a little bit more. He's almost done with this one. That's perfect right there. Right about the lower middle back is where we want to stop. We don't necessarily want to go to the lower back. There's not really any muscles there for you to roll. More just your spine. Good. He's taking deep breaths. He's nice and relaxed, which is what we want to do. You don't want to be tense while you're doing this. Good. Now after he's sat on each spot for about 30 seconds, he's going to take a nice deep breath, and we're slowly going to start coming back. As you come back, if you find any knots that are a little uncomfortable, I want you to sit on them, okay? You can also lean to the left. There you go. Relax your arms down. Good. And he can lean to the right as well, relaxing the arms down. We want to get each side of those lats and each side of the back of your shoulders, your rear delts, rhomboids. Good. Looking for any knots, any tight muscles that need to be tenderized. Good. Once he's hit both sides of that, he'll continue to come back. Now you notice as he's coming back, he's leaving his arms back, he's leaving his head down, okay? He wants to come back the same way he went out. We don't want to come back any different, and we have to go slow. You're going to try to rush it because you're getting tired and fatigued, but we don't want to rush it. Your muscles and your joints are completely extended out. The last thing we want to do is quickly bring them back, okay? So I see he's fidgeting a little bit here. That means he's getting a heck of a stretch right here. So I want him to come back a little bit farther now. He's going to keep moving down until his neck returns to the roller. Don't worry about here, just lift up. He doesn't want to expose the world. So he's going to keep his arms out though. His shirt got stuck, that's all it was. Straighten the arms out, good. And then he's going to keep coming back down, keeping the arms back, the head is there. Walk your feet out a little bit more. Good, and rest your body down. Good, so he's back to position one. Lie your back all the way on the ground. Actually, you need to roll down a little bit more. A little more, good. Set your butt down. Good, now his neck is back on the roller where it was in the first place, and he'll slowly bring his hands up into the ground. That's how you roll your upper back. Now we're going to roll your glutes out. So sit up, we're going to sit on the roller. There you go. Good. First thing we want to do, the side we're working on, we want him to bring your feet back. Bring your feet back, bend your knees. Nope, nope, sit up on top of there. There you go. Now we're going to cross this leg up over. Actually, let's start on this side so you can see. He's going to work on his right glute. Cross this leg up, that way we lengthen the muscles as much as possible. Now first he's going to roll straight forward and straight back. He's not going to lean to one side or the other. Oh. You want to roll all the way down just up to the hip bone. Don't roll over the hip bone. Take another breath, slowly rolling back all the way as far up as you can. Good. You notice he adjusts his hand position so he can sit up nice and tall. That's where he wants to be. And again, breathing your way through, search and destroy. Find those tight muscles and mash them.
I'm not leaning?
In a moment.
Okay.
So first we go straight forward and back. Once he's done that a couple times, now we're going to lean to a 45-degree angle to the right. This is going to hit more of the medial glute area. Okay? And again, when these glute muscles get really tight, they pull the hip up into the socket, the ball and socket joint. We don't want that jammed up in there. That'll cause you a hip replacement in the future. We want to stretch those muscles out and let that ball float in that socket the way it's supposed to. Good, so you see it's going nice and slow, making sure he finds any spots that are a little bit tight, and then he'll just sit on top of those. And then he's going to lean even further. So you go straight, 45-degree angle, now he's going to lean over as far as he can to the side and get the side of his hip. And I don't see him in enough pain, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to upgrade his pain. Pick your butt up. There you go. You always want to push yourself. More pain, more pain, more pain. Again, staying in the muscle. Okay? After a while, you'll notice it'll get easier and easier, but now I see him making the face that I'm looking for. One that says, we're working here. Good. It should be a struggle. It shouldn't be super easy. Again, you're going all the way down to where you find a hip. Okay, and we're going to stay in between the hips. Now that he's done this a couple times, we're going to roll all the way on the side. Now watch what he does when he rolls on the side. This leg goes straight out. This leg goes in front. Now he's going to roll onto his side, down to his elbow. Good. Now he's staying in between the two hips right here. There's a groove right here. Okay? You want to stay in that groove, and we're going to roll forward, backwards, up and down. Get all the immediate areas. Good. Again, rolling forward, rolling back. Get all those areas. Check left, right, northwest. Check north, south, east, west. Left, right, up, down. Now that he's got this little hip area, he's going to pick his body up and move past the hip. So he's going to pick up and move up this way, getting to his IT band. So just pick your hip up. There you go. So now he's just below the hip on this IT band. The IT band is a very big, long, bristly muscle right here. He's going to keep his foot down here. You got a cramp?
Oh no, I was just showing for...
Oh, he's showing us his wonderful IT band. So yeah, up along this side here is his IT band, and it gets really, really tight when it does too much work. It's extremely painful, but you're going to want to sit right on it and work your way through it. You cannot hurt yourself doing this. It's going to feel like you're going to die, but you're going to be just fine. Okay, and again, he's going to use breathing. Breathing is your pain management. Make sure you breathe your way through the entire thing. If the going gets tough, the tough gets breathing.
How long do you stay on a pain spot?
So again, he's asking, how long am I staying on the pain spot? We want to find the search and destroy, find that pain spot, sit on it for 30 seconds. Okay? So he's got his leg out right now, which means he has all of his weight on here. So you can either leave the leg out and have a lot of weight on there, or you can put your leg here and adjust how much weight that you're actually putting on that leg. Good. As you get more comfortable with it, you're going to be able to put more and more weight on here. At first, it's just going to be a shock that it hurts that much. Good. So he wants to kind of relax his foot. I see him a little tense here. Even though this hurts like crazy, you're going to have to relax the entire leg. There you go. So he's going all the way down to just above the knee. Again, we don't want to roll on the bone. We want to stay just above the knee and hit this IT band only right here. Okay, all the way up to just below the hip.
Okay.
Good.
That's as much as I can take.
Good.
Right now.
Good. So he's done with that one. Now we're going to have him go straight down, face down. Good. Again, we're going to move this over to the left side just so you can see it. He's going to go underneath his hip flexor right here where his leg connects to his torso. So he's going to go, right here. So he's going to lay down flat, and we're going to kind of roll from the hip into the quad. Good. That's it. Just like that. So you see he's rolling up this way, he's rolling back that way. Very nice. Very nice. Making again sure not to roll over any bones in particular. If you roll over the bones, you're going to crush the tendon. We don't want to damage the tendon.
And I'm doing the quad too?
Yeah, and then go on down and do the quad too. So let's actually have you come up and move down. Back this way quite a bit. Back. Good. Just so we're in front of the camera. So now he's going from his hip flexor down to his quad, and he's going to roll that quad all the way down again to above the knee. Just above the knee. We want to go to where the muscle is, not into where the tendon is. Good. And as he's going, you're going to go left, right, up, down, east, west, north, south. Search and destroy. Find anything that feels crappy. If it's tight and painful, you want to mash it. I like that. Now we're going to go to the adductor, the inside of your thigh. So what he's going to do is he's going to lay down nice and flat. He's going to put his leg and bend it. And bring it all the way out here. We're going to put the roller right up into his groin. Okay? Just below the old twig and berries. Good. Now he's going to take a nice deep breath, and that inside of your thigh, he's going to put all his weight on there. Some people will come up on this toe and bridge up all their weight onto that adductor. If it's painful, again, you can offload some of the weight. Good. And then as he moves to this side, he's going to move this leg over further. We want really to stretch that adductor out. The wider he can go, the more he's going to stretch that adductor. The more the muscle is lengthened, the more effective the rolling is going to be. That's it. Got old daddy long legs here. Good. He's going all the way up as far as he can without damaging anything permanent. Good. And then he's going to roll all the way down, again, just to above the knee. We don't want to roll the tendon, but we do want to get the entire length of the muscle. Good. I'm happy with that. Now we're going to go to his chest. Okay? Scoot down for me. Scoot back further. Go ahead and put your left arm over top. So when we go to the chest, he's going to lie down flat. He's going to put his arm all the way out. Good. We're going to start right where the chest meets the shoulder. Okay? We want to stay just below there. This is where the meat starts. You want to start rolling there. He's going to put all his weight here. Just relax his head down to the ground. Good. And you see he's crawling his hand out there, pulling his arm out further. There you go. He's going to sit on that for just a couple minutes. I should say 30 seconds, not a couple minutes. Let me be very accurate. 30 seconds. We're going to go just a little bit quicker since he's already done it. And he's going to move forward just a little bit. So what he's doing is using his toes, pushing himself up onto the roller a little bit more, and then he's going to set his head down there and he's going to sit there for 30 minutes. 30 seconds. 30 minutes is long. Again, he's always crawling that hand out there, trying to lengthen that chest muscle even more so he gets the maximum stretch, maximum roll. Search and destroy, looking for more places that are a little bit tender. Good. He's going all the way down to his nipple now, okay? For the ladies, you're going to kind of want to move your breast out of the way and get as much of that pec you can without actually crushing the mammaries. Good. Notice he's holding his head up. I'll definitely encourage him to rest his head down, because if he holds his neck up, you're going to have a neck strain. Good. And now he's got his whole body on top of, he's actually on the lower pec, which is great. Get the entire muscle. Don't be afraid. You're not going to hurt yourself. And then he'll slowly start making his way back to return to the first point. Remembering to breathe through the entire thing. Breathing is everything. If you're not breathing, then you're going to be tense. If you're tense, you're not going to get the maximum effect that you want. All right, now we're going to be rolling the calf out, okay? So the first thing we want to do with the calf is go just below the knee, and he's going to cross his left leg up on top of the active leg. Inactive leg goes on top of the active leg. He's going to use both of his hands to bring his body up. Good, putting all that weight down on the calf. Slowly, he's going to walk himself back. Now, for those of you who don't quite have the upper body strength to get through this whole thing right in one move, instead of coming back in one long move, you pick yourself up, set yourself down, pick yourself up, set yourself down, little by little. This guy has incredible upper body strength, so he'll be able to hold himself up there for the entire duration of this video. Good. So first we're going to go straight along the bottom of the calf, okay? That's going to hit every group of muscles.
When I stop, where do I stop at?
There you go. When you feel a tight place, a tight knot, you want to sit on top of that for 30 seconds.
And then how far down the calf do I go?
All the way down to the calf, just above the Achilles, which is about 3-4 inches up from the ankle. We don't want to go down over the Achilles. Again, that is a tendon, and we do not want to crush the tendon. So he's gonna pick his body up again. He's gonna start heading back now. There you go. You hear him breathing. Nice deep breaths. This is very painful. This is not pleasant. But he has tight calves, as most of us do. Once he gets back up to the bottom of his knee, if he wants to sit down for just a brief second, relax his shoulders. While I explain one more thing, when he's lifting himself up, we don't want to let your shoulders slouch. You want to keep your shoulders locked down in position. This way your back and your chest is supporting your shoulders, as opposed to letting your poor little muscles in your shoulders support it. Okay? Always protecting those shoulders. Now he's going to focus on rotating to the right side, hitting the lateral side of the calf.
The right there?
Correct. So he's going to lean in just a little bit, getting the outside of the calf. That's the lateral side to outside. Good. So he's walking himself back. Nice deep breaths. And that's about as far as he's going to want to go. Again, finding any knots in there, and he'll sit on top of it if he finds them. Deep breath. I know it's kind of an oxymoron, relax, but you have to try to relax the muscles. There you go.
Spot.
You find a good spot? You're gonna find some. When you do, make sure you stay there, and you can go north, south, east, west. That means up, down, left, right. Search the immediate area. Try to see if you can't tenderize the entire area. Good, he's getting into that pretty good. He's gonna go all the way back down to that first spot.
Oh, up.
That's all right, we're heading back down towards the knee again. And you can do this as many times as you want. We're just doing a couple passes for time's sake. And then now he's done with that, he's taking a breath, he's relaxing his shoulders for a minute. The last thing you wanna do is be fatigued and let your shoulders shrug like that. You wanna keep them locked down in position. Good. Now he's gonna do the inside, the medial side. Good.
Is that right?
That's it. That's it. So you see he leans his leg over a little bit, hitting the inside, the gastrocnemius right here, this big muscle on the inside. We don't have to rotate quite so much, just a small rotation will be enough. As you get going, again, you're gonna go left, right, east, west, north, south, up, down, search and destroy. So you'll end up finding every place. There you go. As you get used to this, your upper body is going to get a lot stronger. So you're killing two birds with one stone, even though we're really working on tenderizing these muscles in the calf. And this is tenderizing so that you can stretch, which we're going to go over in just a minute with the stretching strap. We're also building up all of the shoulder muscles, back, chest. Everything's getting a good workout here. Good. Fantastic. Oops, let me get down. Okay, now that we did the foam rolling, now we're moving on to the stretching strap. There are a couple different kinds of straps you can get out there. There's a bunch of different kinds, to be honest with you. The best kind that you can get is the stretch out strap, OPTP, okay? This one I got, I won't tell you how many years ago, but this will last forever, okay? It's solid canvas construction. You don't want a resistance band that's going to bend or stretch. You want your muscles doing the stretching, not the strap. There's also other kinds. This has a foot target in there, I guess you could say, but you'll notice that the canvas is a bit thinner. So this thing is not going to last quite as long, but there's all kinds of different straps, and if you don't have a strap, use a belt or a towel to begin with. Okay, so I'm going to give him this. Actually, I'll give him the one with the foot holder since he's barefoot, because I'm a nice guy like that. Good, so the first thing he's going to do, I'm going to have him move forward so he stays in the frame. Good. I want you to go ahead and lean back.
Am I putting this on anything?
Well, lean back first. Good, so I'm gonna have him lean back. Now he's gonna bring his foot back.
Which foot?
Yeah, let's start with that one. Good, he's gonna reach up here, he's gonna put it on the bottom of his foot. Now, the placement of the strap is very important. He's gonna put the strap right on the ball of his foot. We don't want it down here too much in the arch, because we're not gonna have enough leverage, and we don't want it up here where it's gonna slip off. So right on the ball of the foot. Once he has it in there nice and tight, He's gonna get his hands and he's gonna put them completely through the loops. Let's bring this knee down just a little bit. Hold on, put your hand all the way through the loop for me.
This one?
Great, just like that, and grab a hold of the strap. Good, now he's gonna put his hand through this third loop up here. Good. Good, he's gonna put his other inactive leg all the way out. Nice and flat, good, we want that stretched too. Good, so the first thing he's gonna do, you notice his arms are completely stretched out. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna have him do is flex his ankle, which means pull the toes towards the nose. Okay, you notice the knee is nice and straight. This is what we want. We don't want it bent at all. Once he has his hands in position, his ankle is flexed, then we have him lie his head down. Okay, so already in this first position is gonna be pretty tight. Now, we notice we want this inactive leg, the knee straight, and we don't wanna let the foot rotate out. We want to keep the foot in alignment while we're stretching out the other one. Both of them straight, not rotated out. Okay, so ankle is flexed, pad is down. Now he's slowly going to bring that leg back gently, gently, gently. Good. Every time he goes to bring it back, he's going to breathe out. Take a deep breath, breathe out as you flex your ankle as well. Flex, flex, flex. Good. Again, flexing the ankle is bringing the toes to your nose. This is extension, this is flexion. So flex that ankle more, 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 more. The more you flex the ankle, the more it's gonna stretch your Achilles tendon out, and you wanna stretch your tendon. If you don't stretch a tendon, it becomes like a dry, brittle rubber band, and they do break. You don't want that tendon rupturing. Good, nice deep breath, flexing the ankle, and then little by little, we're having him bring that leg back even more. Good.
Pretty pain.
He's pretty tapped out at this point, which is fine. So he's gonna sit right there. You wanna start a timer for 2 minutes. Okay, it's gonna be miserable stretch, so you definitely wanna time it, okay? So, again, while he's holding on to this, I had him put his hand through the loop, all the way through the loop. Then I had him grab the loop. The reason we do that, now the strap is holding me as opposed to me having to hold the strap, okay? I can grab a hold of it, but it's actually got me. So it's very important when you suit up, you put your hand all the way through the loop, okay? Instead of just holding it like this. That's the advantage of having these loops. Good. He's been doing a good job. Ideally, we want to get the legs straight up and straight down. That's a healthy leg. So he's about a little over halfway there. Okay, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but somebody who's in their late 20s should be able to put their leg up over their head almost. We'll get to that. So, that looks fantastic, okay? After 2 minutes is up, he'll slowly bring the other leg up, and he's gonna put it in there with this foot.
Like this?
Uh-huh. And then he's gonna take the other foot out. Good. You know what, go ahead and put your other foot back in there and scoot back just a little bit so I can, your feet are out of it.
Oh, okay.
Good, that's perfect. And then I'll show, there you go. All right, so now we're gonna switch feet, okay? So he's gonna take this leg and put it in there with the other foot. Make sure you get it in the right spot before you take your other leg out. Good. Right on the ball of his foot, he sets his other leg down, he makes sure the knee is straight and the leg is nice and straight, not rotated out. Good. Now here, I see him pushing with that big toe. His big toe should be relaxed. There you go. It should be relaxed. There you go. If you're pushing out with your foot, you're doing it wrong. We gotta have the toes and the ankle flexed. Everything's coming back. Straighten that knee, good. Nice deep breath. Now in some cases, you're gonna notice that the knee is going to hyperextend, which means it's going to extend past a 0 degree. If your knee does one of these, you need to straighten it out. Don't let it bend. Keep it nice and straight. His does not have that problem, so you don't have to worry about that. However, I see him still pushing with his toe. barely got that in the screen there, but he needs to relax his toe and focus on flexing his ankle. If I had to guess, this ankle's a little bit tighter than the other one. Would you say that's true?
Probably. Still a lot of walking.
Huh?
A lot of walking.
A lot of walking.
And then bail.
Good. So we got to tenderize these calves, okay? If your calves are tight, your ankles are not going to be as mobile. If your ankles are not as mobile, it puts extra stress on your knee and then your hip and then your back and then your neck. Good. And again, a good, solid, healthy leg should go straight up and straight down.
Like at a 90?
At a 90-degree angle, that's right. Good, just relaxing that inactive leg. Good. Every breath out, each time you breathe, breathe out and flex the ankle. Breathe out and flex the ankle. Good. And I'm happy with that. Now we're gonna go from this position into a quad stretch. Okay, so he's gonna leave this right on his foot the way it is. We're gonna go ahead and have him take his hands out of the strap. There you go. Good, he's gonna put both straps on his left finger. The strap is on his left leg. He's gonna put both straps, the very first strap, on his left finger so that he has some wiggle room.
One finger, right?
There you go.
Is that fine?
That's fine. As long as you got a hold of it nice and loose, because now he's going to roll to his stomach. So it's on his left leg, left hand. He's gonna roll to his right side. Good, he's gonna bring this arm up behind his head. There you go. Pull the leg up. Pull it, there you go, there you go. There you go. You gotta let that swivel around.
Okay.
Now the first thing I'm gonna do is make sure his knees are together. We gotta put his knees nice and tight together. Good. You can bring the other hand up here as well. Good. Once you got your arms up there, this is the biggest group of muscles in your body, your quads. Okay? So he's gonna grab a strap with each hand.